So what's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the JebMan316 Custom YouTube channel. I'm your host, JebMan316, your pop culture reporter. Welcome back to what's going to be an action figure unboxing and review video. And you know, who just does one figure these days? Oh, I do, so can't say that. But we're going to go all out and we're going to do a whole series of figures in this. We're going to do the Marvel Shang-Chi wave that does the Build-A-Figure for Marvel's Mr. Hyde. These figures are starting to clearance in Targets. So I've got the whole series here that we're going to be able to open. Here's another one in the set. This is my favorite one of the Civil Warrior. But before we take a look at all these, do me a favor, support the channel and hit the like button, like this video. So then after you do that, make sure you hit this notification bell, and you'll be the first to know when I post new videos. So you can know when I do that giveaway, whatever that next one is, whatever that milestone is. So let's take a look at all the figures in this wave, and let's open them up and build the figure. Let's go. So like I said, I'm going to go ahead and show you this one. This is Shang-Chi. He's obviously the main character in this set. You get multiple hands, and you obviously get a part of the Marvel's Mr. Hyde. So there's your side artwork. Like I said, check Target. These things are starting to clearance out. It's like 3 waves out right now. So that's just way too many figures if you ask me. There's the side artwork. There's the back. There's 6 figures in the set. I think there's a 7th one, but it's a character you don't need to build the figure, so I didn't get that one. So that's 2 of them. Here's the 3rd one. Winwu, is that how you pronounce his name? Comes with a couple weapons, some hands, and one of the parts for the Build-A-Figure, obviously. I mean, the packaging looks good on these, but man, they came out, I guess, because the movie wasn't out yet. This is the heaviest one of the bunch because it comes with the body of the Build-A-Figure. Is that Xiaolin? Is that how you pronounce that? Kind of reminds me of the NXT wrestler's name. And there's the back. And this is the Death Dealer. At first, this was the hardest figure to find, and now I'm seeing them everywhere. I really like those hands. You know, it looks like the knives being thrown. That's kind of cool. There's the back. So I'll really enjoy opening this one for sure. This is the Tony Stark AI. I'm not exactly sure which way I'll display it since I've got some Iron Man figures. This is more like the classic Iron Man of the, you know, the almost yellow gold and bright red. But I really do like that AI head sculpt, you know. But I also like the, you know, the classic helmet. So I don't know which way I'm going to display it. Got a lot of damage on this one, so I won't mind opening it. So we got a lot of figures here to get into. Let's go ahead and crack these bad boys open. We'll look at each individual figure. We'll build the Marvel's Mr. Hyde, and then we'll rank these figures. Let's go. So hey YouTube, like I said, we're going to be taking a look at the Marvel Build-A-Figure, Marvel's Mr. Hyde, the Marvel Legends wave. I'm going to show you each of the figures in this wave. We're going to build the Mr. Hyde. I've already done it. I'm going to show you that first. And then we're going to take each of the figures in the set, and then I'm going to show you each one, and then we're going to rank them from worst to best. So let's go ahead and take a look at the Mr. Hyde figure first. And this is the only reason I got this. I got a lot of the figures on clearance. You guys have probably been seeing them pop up on clearance at Target. Got this Mr. Hyde figure. I really think it's an awesome Build-A-Figure. It's basically the only reason that you probably should get any of this wave if you can get them on clearance. Target is the one that's got them for like really cheap prices lately. I'd already bought 1 or 2 and then got the rest clearanced. So I really think that's a cool figure. What do you guys think of the Build-A-Figure? So it's got a really good face scan as well. Pretty menacing there. Can I get him to focus? There you go. All right, either way, so what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and take a look at each of the figures in the wave. And so we're going to do them in the order on the box. So we're going to start with Shang-Chi. I'm just going to give you the basics. So here's the figure the way I was displaying him with one main weapon. Let me zoom in a little bit. So I really like that figure. I mean, it's a really good likeness of him. Got a lot of deco on his shirt, plain black pants, black and white shoes. I mean, it's a pretty decent figure, like I said, and it's got a really good scan of him. So that's the first figure in the set. The next one is Wenwu. And there's Wenwu. And I've got him being displayed, and I can't hold the damn thing up, so sorry. I like that karate, whatever you want to call it, martial arts pose that they got for his hand, and he's got his weapon there. That's a pretty cool figure. All these figures have good deco and good design to them. It's just, you know, it's a little boring. Plus the movie isn't even out and they're already clearancing the figures. Marvel just had way too many waves come out at one time, but that's a pretty good figure there as far as the facial scan. So that's the second one. So the third one is Xialing is her name, and this is the way I've got her displayed on my shelf. Thought it was cool to do a little pose with it or something. So she's got a really nice face scan as well. You get a couple different hands with her. Like I said, I'm not going to bore you with all that. You get this rope with her, and she doesn't have quite as much deco on her outfit as the others, but it's pretty good. So Xialing, however you pronounce it. So the next one is Death Dealer, and this is one of the harder to find figures. And the way I've got him being displayed is like the knives are coming out of his hand on one, and he's holding them in the other. Now this figure's got a tremendous amount of detail. I love it. I love the mask. I love the, whatever you want to call it, shroud, wrap, whatever. I love the fact, you know, that it covers, well, you got the knee pads, armor, whatever you want to call it. I love the fact that he's got extra blades, you know, that stick out of the back. He's got his ponytail sticking out of the top. This figure is really cool. You comes with a lot of different ways that you can display them. If you didn't want to put the knives there, it's got another hand where I think he's just holding them. So that's cool. And so here's the Civil Warrior. Let me see if I can change his feet. You know, the one thing about these Marvel Legends is sometimes their feet, you can't pose them well. So I really like the fact that he comes with that shield. It's really cool. Got a lot of cool deco on him. You know, the star, the A on the top of his helmet, the red gloves. There's the back. Really cool, intricate detail there and on the belt. I really like this figure. It displays well too. And that is an awesome looking figure. And so the last figure, official figure, is this Tony Stark AI with the classic Iron Man look. You know, like he's getting ready to blast up. It does come with this extra head sculpt that's of, I don't know if I'll better get it to focus in, of Tony Stark, which is like, you know, clear, almost see-through. So that's kind of cool. So here's what we're going to do now. We're going to rank these things from what I think they're best, well, worst to best. What do I think is the worst figure? I'm actually going to go with Shang-Chi, ironically enough. It's his movie that a lot of this is in, and he gets the worst figure. One of the reasons is you can't stand the damn thing up. So that's the worst. So what's next to worst? We're going to call it Xialing. She's pretty plain Jane. There's not a lot of detail to the figure. I don't know how close I'm going to need to get them, so I'm going to put them pretty close. The next one is Wenwu. I didn't rank him lower because just of the amount of deco, and I really like that head sculpt, man. It is amazing. I think it looks awesome. So that's number 6, 5, and 4. So who's going to be number 3? You probably don't think that I would do it, but I think I'm going to go with the AI Tony Stark, the Iron Man. I got a lot of Iron Man figures, so this one is kind of boring compared to those. If I display it, I may display it with the AI head just to be different. And so that's 4. So we got to do 2 more. So what is number 2 and what is number 1? I'm going with this one as number 2, the Civil Warrior. I like it. It's a great figure. It was a really close tie, almost like a tie. But, you know, it's basically Captain America kind of theme. And I wanted to go for something different to be number 1. So number 1, we're going to go with the Death Dealer. And if one reason that I'm going with the Death Dealer is that figure was kind of hard to find at the beginning. And I just like the design of it. And it's got so much more character to it and depth. I like the mask. Kind of reminds me of Asuka from WWE. But so what do you think? That's there is one other figure, and I forget her name. It's like the one you always see, Shelf Woman or Peg Woman in Target. So I didn't get her. I haven't seen it clearanced enough for me to want to buy it. So right now, I'm not including her in my ranking. And if I did, she'd probably come in last or maybe right over here. So what do you think of this ranking? Give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down. If you like my videos or don't like my videos, give me any feedback. I really appreciate all the support I've been getting with all you new subscribers. Thank you. You guys rock. And so after you guys subscribe, make sure you're doing the next thing. Hit that little notification bell and you'll be the first to know when I post new videos. So until next time, boys and girls, this is JeffMan316, your pop culture reporter, signing out saying, you guys be safe out there.